Down below in the description will be a link to like 4 different stories. I've been seeing a lot in the news of people leaving their kids in their car. And sometimes the child will live, but they're, hurt. Other times they die. And I just don't get it. In the beginning, when I was seeing this, I thought probably not very many people do that because it just doesn't seem logical to me. I have never, ever thought about leaving my child in a car, whether it's wintertime, summertime. I don't care if the weather's great outside. I have never left a pet or a child. And I've seen this now so many times. It seems like every time you look in the news, somebody else is doing it. Some of the stories that I couldn't find was like a woman that went to work. I remember she went to work and left her child in the car, and the child died. Now, the ones that I did find, the links to, you got a guy who was smoking weed, and he got high and forgot the child was in the car. And the child was in the car for like hours, like 6 hours or something like that. Unbelievable. I mean, just how can you forget it? I know that weed can make you space out, but that's the reason why I don't do drugs, because drugs and kids don't mix. Once you take on the responsibility of children, they come first. So you shouldn't do this at all, period. And this is just my opinion, of course. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's people out there that don't think that it's wrong, or they wouldn't do it, right? I mean, how do you even get to that point where you're going to leave your child in the car unless you think your morals allowed you to think that that's okay? I'm just asking everybody to think first. Think about that child, the suffering that they go through before they die, or if they get close to dying. Plus, on top of that, you can go to prison. You go to prison, there's people that hate people that hurt children or molest children. So you're probably going to get really hurt in prison. A criminal record, everybody in the world knowing what you did, losing your children. There's so many things that happen along with losing the child. Their life is taken out. They depend on us. Kids depend on us to take care of them. They should come first. Another story was a woman was actually given oral sex to her boyfriend, and in the vehicle she couldn't even see the vehicle that her kids were in. Now, I understand people wanting to do stuff like that, experiment and be in cars and do stuff. I've done it myself, but I had a babysitter. I had someone that actually took care of the kid, and that's what you need to do. You can't do that, and that'd be embarrassing. Even though the kids were okay, it'd be embarrassing for everybody to know you were giving oral or getting oral while children were out suffering in the heat. So anyway, just check out the links if you guys get a time, and let me know in the description or in the comments, what do you think of this whole thing? Do you believe that there's more of this going on that we don't know about, that haven't got caught? Or do you think it's pretty low? It's a small amount of people that are actually doing this. I don't know. I thought it would be really, really small, but every time I turn around, I'm seeing somebody do this. And some people are breaking out the windows and stuff, and I say, hey, that's fine. If you're going to do that, expect that maybe somebody's going to bust out the window and take that child from you. And call the police and stuff like that. I remember one of them where they didn't call the police, they let the woman go. And a lot of people in the comments on the video was saying, you should have called the police, because now they still might do it again because they got away with it. I don't know. I think with that many people, they're probably not going to do it again because, they were given a second chance. Anyway, that's just my rant about it. It bothers me. I've let it go because I thought there was so little of that happening, but it's not. It's happening more and more, and it probably is happening more that we just don't know about until they get busted. So anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys have a good one, and God bless.